All right, what is up? What is good? Hello, good morning to all Nintendo gamers. We are about 3 or 2 minutes out from a new Nintendo Direct. This one I'm actually pretty excited about, mostly because they've run out of stuff we know about to show us in terms of first-party titles, which means they're going to need something new, something exciting, and it is, traditionally E3 time, which is usually a time for bombshells, big news, the future of these consoles. So I don't know. I'm trying to have realistic expectations, but the thing with Nintendo is that I love pretty much all their franchises so much that even if it's just one big game, one bombshell in any of their franchises, or God bless, something new, it's gonna be huge for me. We have time maybe to put together like a little wish list. So there is going to be some stuff that we kind of know is in the pipe. Pikmin 4, which I would love to play. I never got a chance to play Pikmin 3, but I loved the first two. Definitely something that is on my long-term to playlist. The Pokemon DLC was given quite a lot of information in the previous Pokemon Direct, but really hasn't been mentioned at all since then. So there's like an outside chance that it'll be talked about. And then stuff we sort of know is coming. Metroid Prime 4, if you forgot, was actually announced at some point and then completely fell off the radar. Then we can talk about stuff I've heard rumored. New 2D Mario, which would be very interesting and certainly a lot of fun and certainly something I'd want to play. I hope it's not just another new Super Mario Bros. Switch. Like, that would actually be pretty sweet. Not gonna lie, those games are all fun. They all have great levels. They all have great design. But it's I'd rather see something a little more innovative and interesting with the franchise. I've also heard Super Mario RPG Remake, which would be kind of crazy. Okay, we're starting stuff I want. Kirby, Mario Kart, Zelda, JK, F-Zero, Advance Wars. Okay, it's Pokemon. So this is the Pokemon DLC, almost certainly getting one of the least exciting things they could talk about out of the way. I don't know, I still like Pokemon as a franchise a lot, and I still learned a whole lot about Scarlet and Violet, but I just have no interest in playing these games anymore. They're just not fun right now for me. I don't really like open world games. I don't really like the gameplay of them at all in general. Like, there's aspects that I think I would find very fun, but what I really liked was New Pokemon Snap. I played that a whole lot. It's fine. It just doesn't really excite me to actually play these games. I just like seeing the new Pokemon, the new trainers. I still think, these character designs are a little whack, but generally speaking, they have good character designs, good Pokemon designs. Mousehold, who we just saw, is hilarious. I think the thing that bugs me the most, and maybe this is less true for Scarlet and Violet than Sun and Moon, which was the last one I played the whole way through, and Sword and Shield, which I started playing, and then I was just borrowing it from someone, so I gave it back. The progression is so slow, and so, cutscene. Oh, you walk 10 steps. Oh, well, here I am again to tell you to walk another 10 steps. Do you know how to catch Pokemon? All right, great. We'll teach you that, but do you know each and every little detail about the game? Like, we're gonna have a cutscene. It just makes it so tedious to play. I do love this environment, though. I love at-sea research stations. The other environment looked great, too, but this one, I think, is a really kind of rare setting that I think is really cool. Like in Rebuild of Evangelion 2, where they go to the water treatment plant and stuff. Things like that I think are so sick. This one looks very arena focused. The other one seemed a little more adventure-y. Oh, that's sick though. Oh, they have a place like this in Montreal. A biosphere, it's called. And there's like different terrariums of different environments. Okay. I didn't like terrestrialization or whatever. All the gimmicks, like, never since Mega Evolution, I haven't really liked any of the gimmicks. The battle gimmicks. I don't know. I'm in a weird spot with Pokemon now. It's fine. Okay, this Pokemon everyone is so curious about because it has all the different type indicators on the back. And people are like, ooh, what if it has an ability where it's every type at once? Which would just be, like, cracked. That would just be absurd. I don't think it's going to be that, though. I think it's going to be, like... Let me turn it up a little bit. I think it's going to be some sort of Arceus type mechanic where it can have any type, but having all the types simultaneously seems really weird. Or it could, like, be Protein, where it takes on the type of the last move it used. But it's like Protein with a gimmick where it does actually learn moves of every single type. But every type at once? I don't know. Everyone got like so on board with that so quickly and was like theory crafting and stuff. Shiny Gimmighoul. Alright. I didn't time it right. Oh, I saw this. I watched either the Sony or the... I watched one other conference. I can't remember which one. I know I watched the Sony one, and I watched the Xbox one too, yeah. I can't remember which one showed this. But they just keep doing this now. They were like, you guys are sick of 3D Sonic? We're going to make an old school 2D Sonic game for the fans. But they've done that like 8 times now. And they all look basically the same. And some of them are good and some of them are bad. And it seems pretty arbitrary. Like, this could actually be fun. The multiplayer is fun. 4-player multiplayer is really cool. The graphics are nice. They brought back the guy from Sonic the Fighters, which is just funny. Like, I don't know. But it could also be bad, because the goodness or badness are just like very little subtle things about the level design and the mechanics. Farming game? I was talking to my boyfriend. I said, oh, are you excited for the Nintendo Direct? And he said, it's going to be Pikmin 4 and 13 farming games. So we're going to have to count farming games. Grow crops. I can... The subtitles gave me the spoiler. It's a farming game. We're up to 1. It's kind of weird to see a game like this have these sorts of graphics. It looks like a early 2000s MMO. I guess it does have like MMO sort of aspects. Like, this is definitely multiplayer. Yeah. Sure. A big emphasis on coziness, big emphasis on life and not game. I don't know. I like these sorts of games conceptually. Okay, I saw this when the trailer leaked. This looks so sick. I love tactics games. I love the style of this. I love the character designs. I love the art style. Mechanically, we can't say much about it, but I imagine it's cool. I love that for the Switch Direct, they show games that have been shown elsewhere, but they have new trailers. Oh, okay, so they have the Persona type, one more stagger type situation. I saw this in the trailer, where if you like form the triangle, you can do your everybody fights it at once. This makes a lot of sense in a tactical game, even more than in a just traditional turn-based JRPG. But yeah, I really like these narrated trailers because, like, just showing a cinematic trailer for a video game, what the hell does that mean? It's not a movie, it's a game. So you should talk about what playing the game is like if you actually want to entice people about playing a game and not just kind of like blow their mind with a bunch of images and then how the hell do those translate into video game? Who knows? So I like this style of trailer a lot more, even if sometimes it's a little cheesy, even if it kind of seems for the kids. I like this idea, and the art style is pretty cool. It definitely looks way better or way worse, depending on the frame composition and stuff. They could have gone even further with it, I think, and not had, like, shaders as much. I think the flatter it looks, the more we're going to be aligned with, like, what they're going for. I don't like that it's first person. Making it first person makes me, like, totally disinterested, but whatever. There's a lot of creative ideas, though, with the enemies and stuff. So, they really got away with that joke, huh? It's the power of Grayskull, you know? Pretty... a blatant homage, but whatever. Okay, this was another one that we could have, like, predicted. Is, like, Splatoon 3 DLC. I don't know if this is full-on DLC, or if it's just advertising in particular Splatfest. But whatever. Okay. No chocolate. Huh. They went with mint chip over chocolate. Well, sure. I don't know. Is this so novel and exciting that they put it in the trailer? I don't know much about Splatoon, so I don't know how commonly they get new Splatfests or whatever. I thought it was happening like all the time. Like there's always a Splatfest on. I guess it makes sense, though, that they want to show some splatty content. To just be like, oh, shit! New Pokemon game. What is this? Pokemon... Is this like a console version of Pokemon Cafe, or whatever that game is called? The puzzle game? Oh, it's Pokemon Pikachu Detective 2! Detective Pikachu 2! This has been rumored for, like, a decade. Alright, I'm down. I didn't play the first one, but I love it. See, this is like what you can do with Pokemon that's so strong. Is stuff that just involves the characters. And doesn't need the RPG story. These cutscenes are fun. I love Little Cottony, Alcremie, Mopeco, Ludicolo, Slowpoke, Mewtwo. That was the plot of the movie, was that it was Mewtwo causing trouble. I remember hearing that the first game, it's like a pretty low-stakes mystery, which I like. Great. Wow, it's coming out soon. I don't know, they're cute games. I'm dancing the Detective Pikachu Returns. See, even when they do the just trailer with no real indication of gameplay, they chat about it a bit after. Oh my god, they're really doing it! Holy crap, Super Mario RPG Remake. This is a game that has been left in the dustbin of history for too long. Okay, I don't like it. I don't know. It's too generic. It looks too much just like all their other Mario properties. It's like, okay, he's so squat. Why is he so squat? Okay, alright, now I kind of like it again. This does look kind of nice. It's like very Nintendo hire, this man. But, I'm like mixed. The interface feels a little too like modern. The chain mechanic is like new. I don't know what's going on there. Birdo got updated to like her modern design, which is whatever. It's Yakovich. See, like, this game existed in all these renders, right? It existed both in the game, and then the art style also was like... Oh, there's like a blocking timing thing. Okay, so I guess maybe they thought the original game... Okay, that cutscene... Like, all these cutscenes, like, never existed, and they're crazy. That was Ultra Jump, I guess. Oh, oh yeah, the mini games are back. Mario's storytelling, of course. There's Mary Moore. At the end, we'll go back through this and discuss all the changes. I know this game inside out. Like, this is honestly one of my favorite games of all times. And they did a pretty good job making it look like the renders. But the thing is, they don't really look like the renders at the time. They look like a modernized version of the renders in the same art style, if that makes sense. Oh, that's pretty soon. That's like this year. So, what are the motivations here? Maybe the original game is a little too unforgiving. You do actually kind of have to like grind at some points. So I see a lot of like nerfed mechanics and like stuff that's made easier. Just fine. I don't have any complaints about that. Huh? Okay, we'll go back and discuss that more. Oh, a new Peach game. Wow.
That's right. Princess Peach will star as the main character in a brand new game.
Ah, this looks cute.
This particular spot on stage.
It's like a stage-based game. She changed clothes.
That's all we'll show for now.
Ooh, wow. They haven't done like a super teaser kind of tease in a while. Oh, Luigi! Luigi's Mansion 4?
A visually enhanced version of
Oh, okay. A port of the DS one.
newly released on Nintendo 3DS is in development.
Okay, that's fun. That's a game that probably not as many people played as they wanted to, like...
Both games
alright.
next year.
Okay, cool.
Mario, Princess Peach, and Luigi. Looks like Mario fans have a lot of games to look forward to.
I mean, Peach is also in Super Mario RPG, of course. And Luigi actually shows up right at the very end in the credits. He leads the parade. Batman, alright. Now we're gonna get to the I don't care segment. Let's think about Super Mario RPG. So as I was saying, yeah, the game always existed both as the game's graphics itself and then these renders. And these renders existed for every enemy and every stage and every character necessarily because what was in the game was just downscaled of that render. It was pre-rendered, downscaled stuff. And the renderings were used in a lot of promotional material. If you buy the player's guide, it's like full of them. And it was really lovely because as a kid, especially playing on a crappy CRT, it was like the way that you could actually tell what these things were, and it kind of like sparked your imagination, you know? And so the motivation to make a game that's like all at the quality of the renders, it's pretty interesting. Like they did this is a fan project for Mario 64 to make Mario 64 look like the renders of Mario 64. And it turned out pretty interesting. Like, I don't think, it's my favorite graphical representation of the game, but it's an interesting effort. And, man, I just love Super Mario RPG. Like, I think I definitely am going to play it. Just to see all the differences and stuff in the remake and to see the cutscenes and stuff. At the same time, it's like, I would be so much more excited if they just said, in the style of Super Mario RPG, and using this sort of new graphics, we're going to make a whole new game. Like, why can't they do that? They're buddy-buddy with Square. Square could get on board with it again. Of course, probably all the people that worked on the original at Square are long gone. What is this? I don't know. Gloomhaven? Is that what they said? Because I know Gloomhaven is a complicated AF board game that comes in like a huge chest.
Choose from 17 different mercenaries, brave over 260 grueling missions, and master over 1,000 abilities. Hone your deck, set up synergies, and gain every advantage.
I don't know what the hell this is. I think I am.
Grit your teeth.
Oh, it is Gloomhaven. Okay, I thought they said Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven launches on the Nintendo
I know this is like a pretty beloved board game among people who play it
mercenaries and gold.
because it's freaking huge. Like, just the box is physically huge, so a lot of people can't play it. Okay, just dance. This is where I get copyright striked. Actually, I am gonna just mute it for a little bit because they are gonna play some sort of pop music, and then YouTube's gonna yell at me. I just gotta remember to unmute it after. Right now, I don't even recognize the song they're playing because I'm a boomer. They're not even playing these songs. They're just showing. Maybe because they don't want that copyright heat. You gotta license it again separately for a trailer, and then again separately for a direct. They have "Sail" by AWOL Nation. That's like a meme song from like 10 years ago. Do people still listen to that? And so when they go, "Sail!" Sorry. That was unnecessary. And more. Okay. We're safe.
A silent hope lies
Anime JRPG. Oh, well, the art style is more interesting than I thought.
silenced.
But I guess maybe there's just a cutscene.
Now, 7 wordless warriors
Okay.
rise. In this action RPG,
They got anime cutscene.
heroes bound by fate must work together.
I saw a cow. You think you get to farm in this one?
King,
Bro, we're only at one farming game. We're like below rate.
dungeons and powerful foes.
We're about halfway through this, and we're only at one farming game. The back half has to just be all farming.
Magic and more to survive this deadly chasm.
Penny Pincer? Cute. Sure.
Materials
Oh shit.
will help you cultivate resources and forge
You know what? Yeah, alright, this is a farming game. 2.
repeated
We're at 2.
to the abyss will enable you to grow stronger.
I like the cows. This looks like it must be from Natsume, the Harvest Moon team.
Your guide on
Because the cows look exactly like Harvest Moon cows, and I don't think they would do that unless it was like a deliberate, callback to their previous games.
parts of the silent world.
Like, this is probably just the extension of like Rune Factory. We're gonna get even more anime and even more fighting.
Silent Hope dives onto Nintendo Switch.
Oh, it's like Xseed Marvelous. I think that's who publishes Natsume games now. I think they are the Harvest Moon people now.
Games.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Cast spells and cultivate your best life in Faithheart.
3? They really are. It's just gonna be all farming in the back half.
Mischievous foes.
It's there it is. There's our farm. Oh my god, dude. It's literally gonna be 10 farm games in a row. From here on out. It's gonna be the rest of it.
Online in 4-player co-op.
Cole was right.
Launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch September 8th.
Alright then.
Including an in-game bonus are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
Zoom into wild rage.
Farming game?
Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged.
You know, I've heard these Hot Wheels games are actually pretty sick. Like, mechanically,
Avoid obstacles.
they're fun. They're kind of like Trackmania,
Rules out of the way.
apparently.
Unleash your creativity by
So,
building your own track.
building your own track, that's pretty hype.
With friends.
Again, like Trackmania.
Plus, up to 12 players can hit the
I don't know. I have no interest in playing it, but I was happy to hear, like, yeah, no, those games are sick. I was like, alright, that's cool.
team.
The premise was fun.
Get your chassis looking
Farming? Is this like a party game? Oh, I get it.
fix it up.
The boys didn't want to play Overcooked.
Quickly to earn points.
It's masculine Overcooked. No, this looks cute. I love me some Overcooked.
Pesky UFOs.
So this is, it's really is just like one-to-one Overcooked but cars.
Switch July 30th.
The fact that they included the fact you could throw stuff.
Introducing the second paid DLC for
Alright, sure.
Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
You know, I think I would probably enjoy these games if I played them. I don't like the Rabbids.
Musical planet.
They remind me too much of like Minions. I don't like these things that are just like annoying and stupid and
What else will they find in this world of melodies?
just like always running around screaming.
The last Spark Hunter.
It's just, I don't know, it just drains me, this character archetype.
Demo of the main game is available now on Nintendo eShop.
It's like, what are they? Are they people? Do they have personhood? Are they animals? Somewhere in between? Oh shit, Dragon Quest. Could this be new Dragon Quest monsters? Because yeah, this is new Dragon Quest monsters. For the 20th anniversary of Dragon Quest Monsters, they said, we're gonna make a new one. And I think this is it. Maybe? I'm gonna be sad if it's not, because Dragon Quest Monsters is sick.
You are now cursed, unable to harm monsters.
Yeah. Monster versus monster. Alright, yeah, nice. These games are sick. Because it's like Toriyama's character design's one of the best part of Dragon Quest. His monster designs especially. There's like thousands of them, which is hype. You can fuse them. This is one of those games that as a kid I got like a gaming magazine that had like a strategy guide for it and like listed out all the monsters and stuff, and I would just like look at that endlessly. Just my imagination is like so triggered by learning about a whole bunch of different monsters and their stats. It looks sweet.
The so-called hero is here.
Oh my god, dude, is that your hometown burning down? Is that the hero from Dragon Quest 3 or 4 or something?
That was Dragon Quest Monsters, the Dark Prince from Square Enix.
I don't like that they kept the gameplay very traditional. It's just Dragon Quest type battles, but you guys are monsters instead of just some dude.
Be on the lookout for more info in the future.
Alright.
We have more news on a certain game with plant-like creatures.
Pikmin. We knew there would be a little bit on Pikmin, I'm sure. Oh, this trailer I'm pretty sure they released separately, which is very strange.
Core.
Yeah, they did.
Newest recruit. You'll venture
I already saw this.
this planet with all
I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's that guy that reburies your Pikmin.
You'll meet plant-like creatures called Pikmin.
Or maybe it wasn't this trailer. Maybe it was a similar trailer.
OG. Good boy.
Yeah, no, this game looks so good.
Should you choose to accept it,
And you get to design.
rescue
Oh, you'll see.
save any castaways you find.
But that made me really excited.
All right, let's explore together.
Very simple premise, very straightforward. The graphics look exactly the same as Pikmin 3 to me, but whatever.
So to gather them and have them
Very
find
pretty game. Doing that kind of tilt shift stuff.
and they'll start working for you.
Oh, God, what a good premise.
Will also prove to be a great canine companion.
Good.
Carry items with Pikmin.
Oh, he counts as 3.
Or smash obstacles in your way. And if you need a flotation device, well,
I like this idea. Okay, so like Pikmin,
go.
it was always this
Stand up.
semi-subtle idea of, oh, it's like a post-apocalyptic world. Like all the humans are gone, everything is like rusting away.
Scattered around the
And this just
spaceship's radar.
completely flies in the face of that. Now they're just in like a normal day-to-day life, like
Exploration isn't limited
well maintained. And I know some people are disappointed with that,
to plunge.
and it does kind of ruin a bit of like the haunting aspect of Pikmin, you know.
Different environment awaits.
But this just looks sick. Like going around a house, it looks awesome.
Creatures.
And they're bringing back kind of the dungeon-esque caves from 2, except that now they look way more interesting.
Find some castaways too.
You know you can do that in Pikmin? You can lie down, and your Pikmin will carry you back to the spaceship.
This
What the hell?
will just nab the castaway. You've got to stop him
It's like a hybrid...
for a Dandori battle.
What the heck?
Embrace the art of Dandori by strategically issuing commands to your Pikmin and Ochi. Collect more objects than your opponent within the time limit to win, and
Okay, that's really fun. This will be multiplayer for sure, I hope.
by rescuing castaways.
Competitive Pikmin. Competitive Pikmin. I'm gonna be the #1 Pikmin player in the world.
Train Ochi and teach him new skills.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that.
New equipment and items to help make exploration more.
I love this. This is actually kind of sweet.
For the first time in the Pikmin series, you can eventually set out for night expeditions. But there's a catch.
Yeah, you always gotta get home by night in the main game.
So stay alert.
But look, there's what's it called? Those little candies.
You'll come across the new glow Pikmin, which only appear at night.
Woo!
Find luminols that produce valuable glow sap. These mounds also attract various wildlife, so use glow Pikmin to drive them away and protect the luminols.
Cool. Wow. Cool.
Many more surprises await on this uncharted planet.
This looks worth the wait. They have so many fun ideas in this.
No challenge is too big or too small.
The rock Pikmin are back. No purples back though. Purples have been left in the dustbin of history. Alas, alas.
Pikmin games, you had to return to your spaceship before sundown. However, in this latest entry, you can now venture out at night. We hope you can lead the Pikmin on your expedition.
Nice.
We have even more Pikmin news to share.
Hey, cool.
The first 2 Pikmin games, originally released on Nintendo GameCube, will launch on Nintendo eShop.
Wow. Cool. Maybe I'll play some Pikmin.
This release, a demo of Pikmin 4 will be available
Wow.
on eShop on
Oh, I thought this was also going to be today. That's just a week away though. That's pretty cool.
Never played a game.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they got a lot of cool ideas. We can go back and look through the trailer a little bit because there's a lot of scenes that really shocked me and excited me. And I was like, oh shit. All right, we got 10 minutes left.
The renowned series of stealth
Ooh, Metal Gear Solid.
Nintendo Switch as Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. This compilation includes Metal Gear Solid, infiltrate and regain control of Shadow Moses Island. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of
All bangers.
locate and retrieve a deadly amphibious weapon. Metal Gear Solid 3,
This is the best one. This game is like so brilliant.
former mentor. You can also enjoy
Cool.
that started the series, Metal Gear, and
I've never actually played these. I started with Solid.
as well as the NES versions of both Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge. This compilation
All right, sweet.
Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel and its sequel.
Sure, I didn't even know those existed.
Content includes screenplay books and master books.
Oh man, the bosses of 3. Ah, shit, that's cool.
And a digital soundtrack.
Alright, alright.
Metal
They were like, the spoiler alert, this contains spoilers, you wanna look at it? And then they just showed a bunch of spoilers. Well, not really. I guess they're only kind of spoilers if, like, you know they're spoilers. But
Metal Gear Solid
if you really thought about what you saw there, you would learn a lot about the plot of Metal Gear Solid 3.
it's time to survive.
Oh, a little Castlevania, perhaps? Oh, it's Vampire Survivors.
Is coming to
I was just talking to my friend about this game.
you have what it takes to survive.
Apparently this game is actually way easier than it looks.
Stay on
And it's just like a silly, brainless game. Whereas I thought it was like a gamer game for gamers, because there was a lot of like stuff on screen and there was numbers and stuff.
swarms of increasingly
But no, you just kind of get like OP no matter what.
by getting treasure chests.
And then just kind of do whatever and have fun, which is neat.
You'll acquire weapons and upgrades for your character, so shape them as you see fit.
Yeah. I don't know, I think I would enjoy this. It's the sort of game I enjoy.
What other horrors lie in store?
I don't know.
Find out when Vampire Survivors launches on the Nintendo Switch system, August 17th.
Okay. I'm surprised it's not already on Switch. I know it's on like phones and stuff, so
Sounds pretty cool.
sure.
You're a pigeon. Yeah.
The heck? Bro, is this friggin'
This rhythm
what
battle
what?
to be the last bird standing.
Bro, Venetian Snares is like seething. Okay.
Fire a slingshot to play music in. First piano shooter.
Okay.
Fly to the rhythm in. To the sky. And more. With over
Hmm.
good time.
I'm interested.
Shake those pigeon tails.
It's a lot of like
Headbangers. Pops its way on
repeat
the switch.
repeat the notes and not so much like do the rhythm, which is less appealing to me, but whatever.
Yo!
This looks like a game from the 90s. Oh, this looks sick.
The beard way off script. She's managed to make some powerful
Bro, just that like 1 second of gameplay footage with her facial expression,
3D platforming.
I was like, oh yeah.
Sonic Mania.
Oh yeah.
Explore the bright and colorful world.
This looks nice. This looks really nice.
Penny and Yo-Yo escape the clutches of the grouchy Emperor Eddie. Perform stylish acrobatic tricks to avoid Eddie's massive horde of pushy penguins.
Alright, I'm into it. I like it.
Penny from
It really feels like it's from the 90s.
You can also put your speed running skills to the test in time attack mode.
Alright, they put it in the trail even.
Secret stages and more. This is your
Alright.
after all.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. It looks super cute.
Nintendo Switch early
Gameplay looks very solid. And Sonic Mania was one of the good ones. Alright. I should have known this was coming too.
a brand new course is
Whoa! Bathroom!
Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC.
Alright, well, obviously I'm gonna play all these. I'm gonna get 3 stars on every cup.
Are also being added. From
Petey, cool.
PD
Haven't seen him in a while. Wiggler,
7. Wait,
adorable. Are we gonna get Rob? Rob is like the big question mark. We haven't seen that dude. Kamek! Okay, I might actually start playing as Kamek. I've been Girl Villager main ever since Girl Villager was added.
Mario Kart
Can I see more courses though?
Course Pass DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game. Zooms onto Nintendo Switch. This
It is this. Oh, today is the first day of summer.
expansion pack members
Can you tell me more specifically what it is?
The DLC can also be purchased on its own.
Alright. We only saw one stage, but whatever. Right? I think we only saw one new course. But it's a brand new course, which is hype.
Game complete with
Okay, cool.
2D and 3D.
That's cool. That looks sick.
Mission goes wrong. Federation Officer Claude is stranded on an
I haven't played these games, but I want to at some point.
Reina, who possesses mystical powers. Was it fate or mere coincidence? Soon after, the two get entangled in a sinister plot within the galaxy.
Yeah, this looks good.
In this
Interesting art style.
RPG, select either Claude or Reina as your hero and play through the story from their perspective.
Neat.
You'll also meet over a dozen potential allies from all walks of life.
Cool, cool.
During your adventure, the hero you chose and the decisions you make will have an impact on who can be recruited to your cause.
Alright.
Battles take place in real time. And
Oh, really? I thought this was a turn-based game.
button. New combat features in
Sure.
this remake includes
It does look fun.
chain attacks.
It's not what I thought it was, but sure.
Having allies not in your current party unleash follow-up attacks.
Ah, cool. Assists!
Strategic battles in
We look like Marvel over here.
as you search for a way home. An ancient prophecy will unfold, and your destiny will be awakened. Save the planet
This is definitely one of those games that I would play if I had time, for sure. Like,
per second.
I'd always been interested in the Star Ocean series.
It's time to move it. Warrior!
Wario! Ooh!
Get ready for more micro game mayhem in the latest WarioWare game.
This is like traditional WarioWare again.
Hold two Joy-Con controllers. Then
There's gonna be movement gimmicks and stuff, but
move your
it's not like
lightning fast.
the previous one where it's all like character based and stuff.
How you move depends on the micro game. React quickly with the right move.
Alright, no. I want to play this. I 1,000% want to play this.
Got 2 pairs of controllers. Play with a friend in local co-op. Sync up your actions to beat each micro game. Plus, up to 4 players can live it up across various minigames.
Oh yeah, I gotta play this.
For example, this dicey board game is going to keep you on your toes.
Oh yeah. I just love these games so much.
200 lightning fast micro.
Just yeah. Now we got. Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Where? Move it. Launching on the Nintendo Switch system
The previous one was like fine. It was fun,
today on Nintendo.
but because every game had to be like character performed, it just didn't have the same diversity. And for me, the beauty of those games is all about the raw diversity of like art styles and stuff.
This is the latest WarioWare game. You'll use your entire body to strike different poses and complete
All right, we're almost at time.
things to share.
These could be the. Okay, yeah, all right, sure. We knew about this. The bombshells could still be approaching. I think there'll be at least one giga bombshell at the end. I don't know what it'll be. I'm already pretty satisfied, but it doesn't take much to satisfy me because I play like 0 to 1 new games per year.
This all-ages celebration is free and will take place September 1st through 4th in Seattle.
Bro, you got Melee? Bro, Melee there? A little Melee side bracket?
2023,
Can play some Melee?
22nd. Head over to
Can play some Melee HD, which they're about to show?
receive tickets.
No.
PAX West batch
There's no way.
interested in attending can visit the official PAX West website for more details. Those not selected will have another chance to attend with the 3 challenge cups this summer. The top 10 players from each will get tickets. Please visit
Alright.
the
Sure.
official website for more details.
But Melee though? But Melee? Do you have Melee?
The vast
Maybe a little Melee?
are enjoying their time in Hyrule in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Are they gonna announce DLC already? It seems crazy early to announce DLC.
Very much.
Oh, amiibos. Okay.
An amiibo figure of
I should turn the subtitles off. I keep getting spoilers from the subtitles.
new amiibo of Zelda and Ganondorf are planned to be released this holiday.
Sure.
Looking forward to them. Okay, this next segment will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Okay, bombshell. The big bomb. Oh yeah, new Super Mario Bros. New 2D Mario. The art style's pretty nice. Alright. There's a lot of things I'm liking already. It looks like a Sonic game though. This is like the trick they're doing with the Sonic game. Was that like anticipatory ripping off? Like when all the 3D animated movies release at once? Okay, it's got a lot of personality. What could this do? Trippy mode. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of like Yoshi's Island. Oh man, dude, is that? Oh, okay. Ooh, all right. Even 4-player multiplayer, of course. All right, I'm pretty sold. We got Yashi. I think that was where like just Yoshi was playing. Okay. I'm happy. Oh my god, that's so soon. It was crazy. What's this gonna do? Touch it, Mario. Oh my god, I love it. 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 I love it.
When you touch a wonder flower, expect the unexpected. The ground can start moving, or you might.
Oh man, I love it.
For example.
I love it. I love it.
There are also flowers talking. Daisy is playable. And Mario became an elephant in the end. A lot of things happened.
A lot of things happened. Very true.
Details in the future, so we hope you'll look forward.
Alright, well, I'm playing that. That's for sure. Okay, let's review. Let's review. A lot of exciting things happened. Stuff I don't care about. Detective Pikachu looks cute. Again, any stuff where it's like, what if Pokemon was real, showing kind of Pokemon living as animals integrated into our world and not just gameplay elements. Anything like that I'm gonna love. So that'll be nice. Okay, so let's bring up a little point of comparison here. Everybody wants Tomodachi Life. Huh? Ah, my microphone fell over. Okay. So the renders looked like this. You know, they were pretty obscene. They looked like really bulbous and stuff, and they were designed such that when you scaled it down, they would look good, right? Everything is like very exaggerated, everything is very bulbous, and how are they gonna, what is she gonna look like? Oh my goodness. Is this like a site that just has all of them? Okay, that's not official. I just want... Oh my gosh. Gallery? So yeah, like you can see they're pretty crazy looking. And then in the game, when they're shrunk down and pixelated, they're still very like legible and stuff. So I'm like not too surprised that they went not with like this kind of style, like this kind of like very exaggerated. It's almost like a very like layered style, you know, where these aren't very good. How? What if I just? This is a good site. I got tricked. I went to the bad site. Isn't the internet great? Yeah, like all the enemies and stuff. So instead of kind of doing this crazy style, they went with like a much more typical to Mario style. People are cheesed. Stuff like Birdo got updated. They had to make everybody like kind of weirdly squat because that's how it works like mechanically. Yeah, so they definitely changed the mechanics a lot to like nerf everybody, or like nerf the difficulty. This chaining thing. This is maybe some sort of like stagger mechanism. That's fine. I don't know. I would prefer to play it just with the normal options because I kind of liked the level of difficulty the original game had. So at first I thought, oh, this is Ultra Jump, and he just jumped on all of those guys before. And maybe it is because one guy doesn't get hit. But I don't know. It's like very interesting. I want to see what all the changes are. Oh, there she is. They actually showed her. Okay. I guess it's not that outrageous. Oh, her boobs don't shake when she gets hit. 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10. The woke virus has infiltrated Mario. I liked that they showed a lot of the classic cutscenes so that people weren't worried that the cutscenes would be replaced by these like full motion ones. Like these cutscenes are insane looking, and I don't know if I like them, but whatever. I guess I'll have to see them in context. But they also have like the classic cutscenes, you know, where Mario's just pantomiming stuff. Yoster's Island, as it's called in that game. This is a really classic minigame. This guy sucks at it. You can get an item. Disc Gun is a new toy. Disc Gun toy wasn't there before. What the heck? What an obscure reference. This is so crazy. I don't know. It's like so fascinating because this is such a unique game. It's such this like one-of-one relic that emerged from this strange collaboration between Nintendo and Square, and then just was tossed aside and had like no kind of legacy whatsoever. Everything became Paper Mario past this point. Only a few years later, mind you, like Paper Mario came out pretty soon after this game. Yeah, so it's like really interesting that they're bringing it back. What are they going to change? What are they going to keep the same? Very interesting. Very interesting. I'll definitely play it. But at the end of the day, it's like, does the original game really look so bad? If we look at screenshots, if we look at these sprites, I think they look pretty good. They're full of character, they're lively, they're really readable. Like, is it really so necessary to remake this game?
Improved hardware. Mushroom.
This is not the video I wanted to see. Oh, this is okay. Well, whatever. If you look at footage of the original game, I think it looks really good, and it's not. I guess like this is what I'm saying. Like, are there aspects that are like unfriendly to modern players? Is the game too hard? Do they need it to add more interesting things in the battle system? Something that has more of a sense of momentum and accomplishment and power. Because maybe the battle system is like too boring for modern gamers. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But it's okay. Here's a few things that we can't discern from the trailer. Did they change the sound effects? The jump is the exact same. That's the exact same. The sound of hitting the lava. I'm trying to hear if there's any sound effects in the battle scenes. Those are the exact same. Okay. Because I think, this is my claim, that Mario RPG has the best sound effects of any game ever. And you might go, isn't that nostalgia talking because you played this game a ton as a kid? No. They're so crisp. They're so inventive. So many of them are like not the intuitive noise you think it would make, but instead this like supremely satisfying, like juicy little nugget of audio. Wait, do we get to hear this? The spellcasting sounds especially are just crazy. They changed the battle theme. I imagine the music is going to get like remastered and might get like orchestral. Like it's a much more natural horn sound. I don't like it as much, but whatever. It like makes sense for them to do. That sound effect is actually different. This sound effect I think is the same, but it sounds a little bit like remastered. That sound effect's a bit different. That is the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. That sound effect is very different. Let's hear it again. They try to make it sound realistic, but the whole point, like, they could have made it more realistic in the original. Oh, they're so good already. Is there no, like, seeking? Yes, they're violent. They're, like, raw as hell. Shit goes hard. All the menu music and stuff. Okay, well that's not real. I just want to hear Mallow. Oh my gosh. This is gonna. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Need Mallow's section. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ah. Let me turn it up even more. It's like so crunchy and violent and raw. Whereas here, don't worry. If you're going, I don't care, nobody cares. Oh, it's so milquetoast. Oh, it's like they took their fucking microphone out there and recorded some actual thunder. Ooh, it should sound staticky. No, it shouldn't. It should sound like the gates of fucking hell are opening. Ooh, it's so good, it's so raw. That's another banger. Ooh, what is that? It's so fucking crunchy. Ooh. Ooh, it would make 6955, noted artist of Game Boy camera music, shiver with how crunchy and raw that is. Let's get some Geno attacks here. I love that noise. Geno whirl. Yeah, if you go through the timing on that one, this one goes hard. Yeah, it's different. It's different. They nerfed it. They made it modern. And it doesn't sound so goddamn exciting anymore. And like some of it is like the anticlimax too. That these huge attacks sometimes just end in like, oh man. Like why does it make that noise when Bowser slashes his claws? Neither of those sound like slashing sounds. They just sound like cool sounds. Okay. We gotta move on. A little disappointed in the sound effects. Jury's still out on everything else. The art looks fine but uninteresting. All the interesting parts are just things from the original game. And all of the designs in terms of like adapting them and updating them do not really look interesting to me. But there's still a whole lot more of the game to see, so I don't know. Okay. This looks very cute. Now, diehard Mario fans will know Super Mario Bros. 3 famously takes place as a stage play. And the argument could be made that like all Mario games are not actually existing somewhere in the world, but instead are just media portrayed by actors, famous actors like Mario and Peach and Bowser, which explains in a grand canon unification why they're also chums and play party and play kart and tennis and golf together. Which I kind of like. I think that's like a very cute way of thinking about the games. And here it's kind of like Mario Odyssey is this big blockbuster movie that they're all in. And then Peach is like, I just need to get back in touch with my roots. This is getting so huge. It's like the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe over here. I want to do something that's grounded. I want to do something that shows me and my range as a human being. And they're like, you know what, Peach? You're right. You've been putting in the work. You've been getting some shitty bit parts. We need to show that you're a star too. and then she gets this stage play. I love the graphical style. I love leaning into the fact that it's like a play with the curtains and the backdrops and the facades. I have no idea what the gameplay is going to be. These guys are good guys. These are bad guys.
That's right. Princess Peach will star as the
Changing the world and stuff. These sort of like stage
brand new game.
tier special
She
effects.
sets on this particular
She changes outfits.
Yes.
Sure. And then Luigi's Mansion. Sure. Okay. Then a bunch of stuff I don't care about. Right? Yeah. What was the next thing I wanted to talk about? Dragon Quest Monsters looks sweet. I have nothing to say about it, though. Alright, Pikmin. This looks so good! There's so many fun little ideas. I was saying before, like, it's kind of a shame that they lost the post-apocalyptic vibes, because there's a real kind of, like, hauntological aspect to Pikmin that came from that. Like, this cute, innocuous little adventure is just full of the incomprehensible. And things that strike you as being incorrect or missing or whatever. Like, this world is just not the world we inhabit. And I think it compounded the mystery of, like, so many of the enemies are just strange. They're not even actively hostile. And so many, like, aspects of the world are just kind of weird. Now they're going much more, like, normal. And the novelty is you're in an environment that's very familiar, but you're playing Pikmin. And then at the same time, they went in the opposite direction and had these very constructed kind of caves that are like nothing at all could exist in the real world like that. Was that a giant green dog? So it's like pretty interesting. I think they're gonna have their cake and eat it too. There's a lot to love here. The very strange Pikmin Olimar thing, and then the competitive Pikmin, and then yeah, just the novelty of exploring the familiar with Pikmin is a great novelty indeed. Like, that sounds like a lot of fun. It's like Chibi Robo. Over here it looks like a puzzle where you need to get the correct amount of each type to open the safe.
But with the Pikmin and Ochi by your side, no
It's cute. It looks like there's a much more, like, collectible focus, because there's these, like, little shards that they're always grabbing.
Dandori.
And then there's the glow stuff, and then there's the little candies that I can't think of what they're called. Kinpaku or something along those lines. And, like, before, Pikmin, the novelty was kind of, you can get stuff to make new Pikmin, and that's sort of, like, flattened. No matter what you do, you're just kind of getting more Pikmin. Sure. And then you can also get the objects that, like, progress you through the game, right? And those are, like, all unique, and they're just kind of wherever they are. And it's not, like, a star. Like, it's not consolidated into this, like, system. It's very unsystemized, really. Whereas now it kind of seems like there's more of, like, a resource management feel. Oh, you need to get this many shards, you need to get this many candies, you need to get this much glow stuff. It's like a tower defense element, too, here, where the enemies will attack this. You gotta keep it alive. I don't know. There's, like, a lot to like. Even these things where I'm kind of like, well, the old way I really, really enjoyed, and the new way seems maybe a little more generic, or like what you would think of first. It's like those things are generic for a reason, because they make, you know, really addictive, fun gameplay. So I think it'll pull off well. I think maybe the only thing where I'm like, they've gone too far is this idea that your Pikmin can ride on the dog. Because to me, the core tension of Pikmin is you have all these dudes, and they're strong and they're useful, but the more strength you have as like an army, the more spread out and chaotic it becomes, and the more susceptible you are to losing some of them. They get stuck, they drown, they get attacked. That trade-off, that tension, I think, is quintessentially Pikmin. And so being able to have them, and you can fit a lot of them on this dog, it looks like, ride around as like one unit and only spreads strategically when it's beneficial to you and not incur that risk, is a little disappointing. So, I don't know. I guess there's a trade-off, too, where if you're all riding on the dog, then if the dog gets attacked, you're in big trouble. So that's kind of interesting, but I don't know. Okay, that's Pikmin. It looks great. So this I got. Okay, there's this album, Rosen. It showed up for a second. Roses. So like Alec Sizzlet. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. This is one of my favorite albums just ever. Probably my favorite breakcore album of all time. Just saying a lot because I love great breakcore. And it's extremely depressing. It's sad breakcore, which if you've never experienced, get ready for a brand new emotion in your life. And it's a lot about pigeons. There's these spoken word segments that reflect on this odd relationship we have with pigeons, and pigeons kind of representing this elusive happiness in the speaker's life. Pigeon alone, second pigeon, jackass bird, we can imagine perhaps that's a pigeon. It's a pretty brutal album. I love it, and I saw this, and they were like, it's a rhythm game with pigeons, and I was like, oh, dude, my guy Aaron Funk, the V snares coming out with his first video game, and then it was like the absolute furthest from that it could ever be. I don't know, I like this conceptually. I like the idea of a rhythm battle royale, where it just gets harder and harder, and you have to stay in the game. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. None of the games actually look that interesting to me. I really prefer challenging rhythm to challenge memory, to like just repeating back Simon Says style some melody or something does not really interest me. But it could be fun. This looks great. I don't really have anything to say about it besides I just love how authentic this is to like the 90s mascot platformer art style, and I'm just really impressed to see that again. This looks great. I think they only showed one course, but the course looks fantastic. This big bathroom, I think, is so fun. Just anything on the macro scale is just always fun. You tiny, they big. It's the place you've been, but now it's big. I think this is all the same level. I'm pretty sure. Kamek coming back is so hype. Kamek is one of my all-time favorite Mario characters, and it's a shame how little they're used in Mario games. This new Wario game looks sick. As I said, what was the previous one? Get It Together? Yeah, so I played through this with some friends, as one would hope to do, and it was a lot of fun, but it's not as varied, because as I said, every game needs to be controlled by moving your characters around. And so, yes, the aesthetics do still vary quite a bit, but they're like a little limited, and it's like every game has to be completed by every character too. So it's kind of like your modes of interaction are pretty limited, and then because of that, even though the aesthetics are quite varied, they're not as varied as they could be. Whereas this is like raw old school WarioWare. Anything can be happening at any given time. You can be in control of any aspect of the screen. You can be any character. The multiplayer sounds really fun. There was the one on the GameCube, had various multiplayer modes that I played a ton of as a kid. I think I would still play it today. It's just so much fun. I love WarioWare. That's a winner for me. And then finally, this Wonder Mario. Okay, I have a lot to say about this, because it's kind of pulling Mario in two different directions simultaneously. And one of them I love, and I love seeing Nintendo embrace it in any of their games. And the other one, it's not that I dislike it, but I'm like a little skeptical, okay? So we'll start with the one I dislike. This game looks very quippy. It looks like very... these flowers, the little remarks they say. It's not so much that I dislike it, that I think it's like unfunny. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Our plan to be
But it's so contemporary. It's so just like everything else these days, that everything has to make a quippy, dismissive little comment that kind of pokes fun at the conceit of what's happening. Well, that was weird. Well, that Goomba looks sure peaceful. Never mind. I don't know. Like, and it sounds a little hypocritical because Super Mario RPG is actually full of that kind of humor. And at the time, it was so novel to have a video game that was like irreverent and was like poking fun at the fact that it was a video game and like poking fun at Mario tropes. But now it just kind of feels like this is what everything is. So why? What's like the excitement here? You know? Oh shit! They made a quip about Mario, and it feels like this is probably what the Mario movie is. Even though I was so excited about the Mario movie, I still haven't seen it. Because I had heard from many friends that it is infected with this quip core type writing, with this continually emotionally diminishing, everything has to be the subject of light fun. It's exhausting. I find it very exhausting, and I don't really like it that much. So it seems like in a lot of ways they're kind of like leaning into that in a way that I kind of feel like a lot of modern Sonic games do too. But on the other hand, this is like a very psychedelic, weird game where they really want you to think anything could happen. Expect the unexpected. And they're once again taking your traditional Mario tropes and conventions and now subverting them gameplay-wise, having all these little winks and nods in terms of gameplay. And we already kind of saw this with like Mario Maker. Mario Maker had like a ton of stuff like this. And in fact, there's like the tall Mario that actually returns here. I think this is like a homage to the glitchy Mario that was also given a homage in Mario Maker. But yeah, this like silhouette style, everything growing and shrinking, the background and things that we used to think were fixed stage elements instead becoming distorted and alive in ways that are surprising to us, has long since been the way that the Mario series kind of continues to surprise you and innovate you. Like every game has this to some extent, and this game seems to be like really leaning into it and embracing it in a way that really, really excites me. And it feels like, you know, every level is going to be crazy in some way because of elements like that. So yeah, two different directions, kind of motivated by the same feeling of let's lean into the fact that you already know what this game is and subvert you and delight you and make you laugh. In one way that seems very contemporary, very played out. Another way that seems really exciting and novel and full of creative joy. Then there's the stuff that's like kind of expected, and all that stuff is looking great. I like the combo meter. I like whatever this collectible is. I think I'm sure that's going to be interesting because it looks like you get them in sort of like kind of puzzling situations where you're rewarded for interacting and stuff in sort of creative ways. Mario kind of like cheesing to the camera all the time looks weird, but the way it controls looks pretty sweet. We got bosses, we got power-ups, the elephant Mario looks sick. Here you can play just as Yoshi, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what's going on there. We don't know how many playable characters there are. We already saw Daisy. I guess maybe we're down a Toad and down Luigi, but no, we saw Luigi too. So there's definitely more than 4 playable characters. Yeah, this looks great. This is like, in some senses, it's just New Super Mario Bros. Again. Like, I'm sure the gameplay is very similar, and this is the logo for New Super Mario Bros., but they're really pushing it past our expectations, and it looks wonderful. Very, very excited for this one. Here's another power-up. You turn into the spiky ball. I wondered if, at first, like, is this going to be kind of like an Odyssey-style game where there's a ton of transformations and stuff? Doesn't look like they're going that far with it. But yeah. Okay, so overall, pretty happy with this Direct. I don't know, I guess I have nothing more to say about it. Alright, let's never play any of these games ever again because I'm too busy and all I can do is make these videos. See you next time. Bye-bye.